So SummerSlam Night 1 is over, and we're looking forward to a great Night 2 tomorrow, but let's go ahead and take a look at the matches that happened tonight. The first match of the night was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. It was a decent match, as you would expect with all. The only thing I'm waiting to see is what happens after the fact. The key notes are that Roman Reigns took a bullet for Jey Uso in the match, and it seems to show that he's developed a new degree of respect for him. And Jey Uso, after getting the pin, did put the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns' neck, showing that their team may go forward together. I always assume after a big match like this, Roman Reigns is going to take some time off, but we'll see how things develop going forward. Match 2 was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss taking on Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, and they did defeat them to become the new women's tag team champions. It was a good move here. They needed to strike while the iron was hot with this team. This team was new. Nobody expected it to last long, but it's developing well. It's made Charlotte Flair into a whole new likable character that she hasn't been for a long time. People actually want to see her. People are actually cheering her. They make a funny team with their little bickering and nitpicking back and forth. So while it's still fun, let's do it. Let's let them have a little tag team title run, maybe a lengthy tag team title run if it keeps being entertaining, and let's let it roll for a while, maybe all the way up to Survivor Series or something like that. There aren't that many women's tag teams that are big time right now, so when you have two top stars like that together, let's let them have a run. The third match of the night was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. This match was okay, but again, what I'm wondering here is what's going to happen next. Sami Zayn got the win over Karrion Kross, so he's gone 2 out of 3 against Karrion, but we still don't really know what this thing Karrion wants him to confess. We seem to be that he's trying to get him to turn heel, saying that change, giving him that edge of a heel, would allow him to finally become the World Heavyweight Champion, and maybe that's true. But Sammy's not playing ball. He's not going along with it. He's not admitting what Karrion Kross wants him to admit. And even in the match, when Scarlett gave Sammy the steel pipe to try to get him to use it on Karrion, he didn't. He threw it out of the ring. He hit him in the corner, and then he delivered the haluva kick to get the 1-2-3 and a clean victory. And then he says he's done to him after the match. I doubt it's done, unless Karrion, as rumors suspect, is leaving WWE shortly after this, so we'll see. I hope the storyline's not done. It's been interesting, but it's starting to get stale already if they don't do something with it, so we'll see what's going to go forward with that. Hopefully it does have a future, and it wasn't just a storyline while he's on his way out the door. Next up, we had the WWE Women's Championship match. We had Tiffy Time defending her title against Jade Cargill, and it was a decent match. I think Jade Cargill is a very good talent and a very athletic and good wrestler. I still think she, in the ring, seems a little bit green to me with some of her stuff she does in the ring. I could be wrong about that. That might be an unpopular opinion, but it just seems like she still has some development to do on timing and things like that. Tiffany Stratton's young to the business as well, but she is very good, and I've loved her title reign so far, so I was very happy to see her come out on top and retain the WWE Women's Championship. Now, in retaining the championship, though, they put Jade over in a way that made her look very strong. She was dominating a lot of the match, hitting a lot of the power moves, and just leading things along, and Tiffany was trying to fight back, got her moves in where she could, showed that she is a strong competitor as well, and all in all, the champion got the victory and retained the title. I don't know where they're going to go forward, if they're going to continue their feud for the title, or if it's going to come back around later after she faces another competitor. We'll see going forward, but I was happy with the result of this match. And next we had Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I'll say this, it was a decent match. Logan Paul is a good competitor in WWE. You know, he came in as one of these celebrity people, but he's proved himself to be a amazing athlete and a good wrestler in the ring. A lot of his stuff is kind of the same each match, so I've heard rumors, people think he's getting a little stale in some aspects, but I still find him entertaining. He does a good job. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton are, of course, both amazing. Randy Orton's an all-time great, definite Hall of Famer. Drew McIntyre's probably a definite Hall of Famer as well, and he's very good as well. Surprising that they've kept him out of the main event scene for as long as they have. And Jelly Roll, coming in as the new celebrity, did a great job. You know, a lot of celebrity matches are disappointing. They don't do much. They're just kind of there to get the public opinion, to get the public talking, draw in a new audience perhaps, and this match probably did that as well. But Jelly Roll put the time in, went to the training center, trained, and did a good job. He got physical. He got very physically involved. He delivered moves well. What the stuff he did looked okay. He's not a full-time professional wrestler. He's not, the best you're going to see. But for the stuff he practiced, the stuff he did decently, and the match was well received. And he took the loss. A celebrity coming in normally is going to get the win for the feel-good moment. No, he was part of the story. He came in, and him and Randy took the loss. And I think that was a great thing to happen. I think that was the right move. And perhaps we'll see another match with Jelly roll down the line. In the post-match press conference, Triple H said he's already talked to him about doing more later, so we'll see. And then finally, this show had a weird start time, so it started early, 6 o'clock. So at 8:30, we were already moving into the main event for the night. And it was a long main event. Man, it's a good thing. Sometimes these shows, and when you include the press conference, go pretty darn late, depending on where you are on the time in the world, on the time frame for watching it. I'm on the East Coast, so it was starting at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and at 8:30 Eastern time, we were already at the main event, knowing that it's not going to be a super late night of watching. Not a bad thing, although I don't mind staying late to watch it. So we get to our main event. We have CM Punk versus Gunther. And I wasn't quite sure what they were going to do with this match. I heard, there were some last-minute rumors that Gunther might be dropping the title because he has a medical issue, something with his nose that he might need to have taken care of and then come back. So there was rumor that it was going to go to Punk. Of course, the least kept secret ever was Seth Rollins was going to come in and cash in Money in the Bank because his injury wasn't legitimate, or it was very minor if it was real at all. So let's go to the match. The match was actually a very good match, very hot-fought match. Gunther looked like an absolute beast in this match, as he always does, and that's the good thing they did. CM Punk was fighting hard, as he always is. He's really good as the underdog. Not really the underdog, because he's another one who's in the contendership for, one of the best of all time to do it. He's a great wrestler. Every time he gets into the ring, you kind of expect him to win. He's going to do great. And he did. He elevated this match great. Gunther made it look great. Gunther, even though he lost the match, so CM Punk did win, and for a few moments become the World Heavyweight Champion. But it was one of those matches where even in losing, Gunther was definitely elevated in this match. Gunther has needed one thing. He had a good first run as World Heavyweight Champion, and this one was 53, 54 days, just a few days longer than Jey Uso's title run after winning at WrestleMania. A short reign for someone like Gunther, but that's okay, because in both reigns, he is a great champion. He fights hard, but he hasn't had the big feuds, the big matches with big top-level talent a lot of the time. He feuded the first time with some good people, but, not these top people, not your Cena's, your Roman Reigns, your Rollins, your Punks, all these people who are at the very tippity top. And that's what he kind of needs to ascend to that level and be looked in that light. Gunther's great, and he's going to be great for a long time. I could see him being a perennial champion, being just, someone who is regularly winning the title and holding it and defending it and being the person you have to come through to beat to win the title. So even in losing this match, Gunther looked amazingly strong and was elevated even in defeat, because he was, every time CM Punk would build a head of steam or try to get something going, Gunther was there to cut him off and defeat it. And it took, Gunther had was bleeding at the end of the match. It took 2 GTS to get Gunther down. The first one just kind of stunned him, but he was still on his feet, and then the second one put him down, and CM Punk got the win. He was celebrating with the title. When we hear Seth Rollins' music come out, he limps out onto the stage with a leg brace on, 2 crutches, and it makes it look like he's just coming to put the word out to CM Punk that I'm here, and I'm going to be back, and I'm going to cash in my Money in the Bank briefcase. Then he drops the crutches, takes off the leg brace, charges to the ring. CM Punk plays out, he's so low energy that he couldn't even really get a defense in. He tried to hit him with the title belt, didn't really, tried to pick him up for the GTS. Seth Rollins fought out of it, beat him down with the briefcase, hit the stomp. 1, 2, 3, match is over. New World Heavyweight Champion to end the show, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is great. Again, he's still, with this iteration of the World Heavyweight Champion, he's still the longest reigning champion with his first initial run. And you knew with him forming this new group, teaming up with Heyman, getting Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, you knew he needed the World Championship eventually to carry on. It's carrying on a lot of things. He's another one. He's got storylines going with multiple people all at the same time. I'm anticipating this will be a lengthy run, or not that long. I'm assuming he's going to hold it to WrestleMania, where he'll probably end up dropping it to Punk. They'll probably continue this storyline between Rollins and Punk all the way up to WrestleMania, and then hopefully, probably in the main event of night 1, or even the main event of the entire show on night 2, it could be, we have finally Seth Rollins versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I think Punk's going to finally get his moment and win the title there on the grandest stage. That's the move. That's the way I would book it going forward, but we'll see what they do. All in all, night 1 of WrestleMania, good show. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on night 2 tomorrow night, and we'll be back to talk about that then. Thank you.